at the first slide. The presentations now is very important. It's like is a part of job interviews, teaching, conferences, even for students, like to deliver their assignments and even to talk to the public. The features of good presentations include the contents. So your contents should be conscious and relevant. So don't like try to expand more or try to go for unwanted like information. Also, you have to be well organized. So when you talk, try to organize your data. So don't like be scattered in this. Try to use the examples during your talk, because the examples will deliver your idea more simply than using the more words. So sometimes you give examples, you give graphs, figures, things like this will deliver your idea. When you write your presentation, just mention the key points, and the other points you have just to mention it during the talk, because it's not the time to write a whole essay or thesis during the talk. You only need to focus on what you are write on your slides. Also for delivery, try to deliver your message like effectively, because you are taking your time and also other people's time. So when you talk, like for example, in expanded information that is not relevant to what you are aimed to deliver, so you will, in this case, will not deliver your message effectively. Also, you have to use the body language, so to have a good eye contact with the audience. So also good piece of speech. Don't talk too fast or too slow. You have to be average, using the average talk, so everyone can understand with you. Also, like for using different tone of speech. So don't be using like a same tone during the whole talk. Just try to like when you mention a very important ideas, that you give a louder, for example, sound or voice during this. So based on the importance of the idea, based on the topic that you are mentioning. Be relaxed when you talk. Don't be stressed. Show the people that you are so confident, because this will give them a confidence about your talk, because that the person that feel stressed maybe deliver a picture to the people that he is not confident about his information. Also, go deep during your talk. Don't feel like let the people feeling bored. So feel that you are within the talk. So this will be appreciated by people. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. This one of the things that are actual between the people. So if you want to present a good piece of work, you have to prepare for this in a good way. You have to spend a lot of time. You have to go to many references. You have to ask people. You have to practice at home. You have even to adjust the time, that you are not exceeding the limit of time. Also, you can ask your friends for their opinions before you talk in front of people. So for preparation, don't underestimate. So don't think that what you are will talk about is enough for people, because you expect people that will ask many questions. Also, they expect more ideas from you. So don't underestimate. Also, prepare as you might make a written assignment, because when you write a written assignment, in this case, you are covering all the areas for your topic. So just feel that you are presenting about professional people. So in front of professional people. So expect what like what the many questions from them expect that they will talk about uh, different opinions. They will negotiate with you about some of the points. So be fully understand to the task, read up the topic and take notes, extract the most important points from your notes. Also, this the steps. So when you have to prepare, you have to get a full picture about the work. Then you take many topics to read about and take the important things from these topics. Then extract these important topics to put it in your notes to place it later in your presentation. After that, when you have the full information that you need, you can prepare your slides, and we will mention this later. Practice and checking the time is one of the important things, because you could like have a presentation, but with the bad practicing, you will maybe not have the time to cover all the points, or maybe you will like um, find yourself finish early, or doesn't like cover some of the slides in a good way. So the most important thing for presentation is practicing. So just practice as many as you can. Practice in front of yourself, in front of people. Even if you have, for example, a big meeting, you can just like make the presentations in front of specialists of the same topic, like from the same field, before having the big event. So in this case, you will feel confident about your practice and good practice during the presentation. The structure of presentation, usually you will cover three main areas. It's the introduction and middle section and summary. It's kind of inverted triangle. So from the like at the start, you usually start with the very narrow idea and get expanded until you cover the whole idea that you are willing to talk about. The middle section is containing the bulk, the main information that you aim for. This middle section will take most of the slides. Let's say like 80% of the slides will be within the middle section. In this section, you will give a fair and equal amount of information during the whole section. At the summary, you will go from the wide uh, information to go deeper to close your presentation. So this, in summary, is the structure of the talk. For slides preparation, mostly is made through the PowerPoint. You have to use like a big size of font, so you have to use fonts over 22 points size. Also, like try to use the simple fonts. Some of the fonts called serifs that has extras. These make the audience feel confused during the like following the information within your slides. So just try to use the simple kind of letters. The serif, as you can see, consisted of too many fonts but they always like more complex than the other writing. Also, it has like kind of fusion distraction. The contrast, try to use the colors that has a good contrast. Don't use like for example colors that cannot be differentiated easily between each other. Put your reference during the like information. Also you have to use avoid use uppercase when this is not necessarily, because it's make the reader feel difficult to follow up the written parts. As I mentioned about the colors, you have to use the matching colors. Don't try to put a lot of colors in your presentation. Usually 2 or 3 max colors are enough, like to put in your presentations. So use a limited number of colors. The contrast of colors is very important. As you see from this example here below, you can see that some of the colors here cannot be easily differentiated. So try to use very contrasting colors, the things that can be easily detected. If you know that some of the like audience in front of you having problems, like for example color blinds or problems in fusion or hearing problems, so consider these things. Try to talk, for example, loudly. Try to use the normal colors within your presentation. This will give more appreciation to your work. One of the important things is don't overload your slides with text, because you are just like delivering the most important points. When you put a lot of information, people are uh, don't have the uh, enough time to read everything, and also this making them confusing, because they have to listen to you, and at the same time they have to see your slides. So when you put too many information, this make your presentation overloaded, that cannot be followed. There are many tips to take when you have presentation. Try to be natural. Don't rush. Talk too slowly as well. Smile. Sound interested in your topic. Don't like make the people feel boring when they listen to you. Uh, Also, all the time, try to look at your audience. Don't like just look at the slides or have your notes in your hand reading from. So try to use your body language. Try to emphasize the key points in your talk by using different tones, by stopping at the most important key points to expand your knowledge about it. Uh, as I say, like in the body language, use your hand, but not to the level that can confuse the audience. So maybe you will have figures in your presentation. You will have some ideas to mention. So just use your hand and feel free for that. Refer to your slides, like when you have new information or things that are getting from reference, just refer to that points and put a slide at the end that contain the references. Be aware of time, because the time is important for you and for the people, so you don't want to exceed or have a shortened time. Uh, as I mentioned before, try to be relaxed, or sometimes you will see yourself nervous, but try to pretend that you are relaxed. Don't be so nervous. Uh, any case of fails, you have to prepare yourself for that. Like any fail in the technology, like you have any device doesn't work, you have maybe to transfer your slides to another computer. You have, for example, to use a different screen for presenting your idea, or even sometimes to stand in front of people just to talk without slides in front of the people. So prepare yourself for any scenarios that can happen, and this sometimes happens to many people. There are many mistakes that face people, like reading from notes. Avoid to look at the audience. Uh, it's one of the yeah. This one of the major like uh, mistakes. uh, Even talking to quietly, try to use a fair like uh, an acceptable like sound. Also talking too quickly, some people like say like when they talk too quickly, they will finish their presentations like so quick, and they avoid any kind of having problems during presentation. This is not ideal, because sometimes you have your audience having some questions for you, or you have to explain more at some point. So you have to be using every time. Staying at the same time is a problem. So this, like, especially when you switch off the lights and you have a big hall presenting in front of people, you will find like half maybe of the hall or most of the hall maybe feeling sleep because you are using a single tone. Is this causing like kind of boring like situation for the audience? Also having too many slides. Here you don't have to, for example, when you have a thesis to present or you have research to present, you are not asked to present the whole work. You have to just mention the most important things, and you have to refer to this information from where you get it. So at the end of the talk, maybe you can just like give the reference list to the audience, or maybe you can just like give them your details so they can contact you after the meeting for that, because not everyone are interested in all the information that you will mention. This is my talk today, and I'm thankful for everyone that joined us today. I wish that I deliver like a good presentation, and hopefully like everyone get the benefit from that. Thank you.
العفو. استخدموا نموذج اي دكتور او نموذج رقم 1. يلا بالتوفيق ان شاء الله. يلا حياك.
Okay, any questions about the talk?
Many thanks, Dr. Mohammed, for informative lecture, and I don't have any question. Many thanks.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doctor, about very nice and concise presentation. And thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mohammed, for nice and concise presentation. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for your time, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mohammed, for this presentation. Sorry, I attended it late because I have a lecture, but I have a question since I'm planning to present a very short presentation in 2 days. Your suggestions about handling these very short presentations that lasts for 3 to 5 minutes, what's called the elevator speech or something like that. Any general suggestions, any general guidelines that you can provide to us?
I mean, this kind of presentations, usually you need 1 or 2 slides just to present your idea, and just you have to put the outlines that you are will talk about. Don't write any information, just the outlines. So the most important points that you will mention, write it in like a bold text and talk about it. You don't have like enough time like to cover the whole points. This is what I did before, and this is what I have been advised before as well.
Thank you so much.
شكرا دكتور فهد.
Doctor, please, can you send the lecture through in the group or in the email?
Yes.
The PowerPoint.
شكرا دكتور محمد، الله يعطيك العافية. It was an informative presentation، وأنا حضرنا معك في البداية وفعلا يعني to the point ما شاء الله.
جزاك الله خير دكتور فهد.
الله يعطيك العافية.
سعيد بتواجد الجميع.
شكرا يا دكتور، جزاك الله خير.
السلام عليكم دكتور محمد. if you allow me.
Yes, دكتور. جزاك الله خير. Okay, I think we.
I have a comment, if you allow me.
Yeah. Go ahead, Doctor. Yes, Dr. Samir.
Dr. Mohammed, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Thank you for your presentation. It was great. And I think you covered everything. For me, it was really clear. And I have only one thing to add. Actually, some speakers have this case that they have what they call it a dry tongue. So who suffer from this situation, make sure that you have a glass of water beside you. This is the only thing I have. And thanks for your presentation.
Thank you, Dr. Samir. Okay, I think we're running out of time, so thank you to everyone, and I'm happy that for what I hear from you. So, inshallah, we'll see you soon, inshallah, everyone, and have a good time today.